not beggars. People have never been beggars in the past. To the way it has
You would think we wrote the word, we discovered the word begging.
No.
We beg. That's all we do.
No.
Haven't you?
They come to Africa for everything.
You know when you go to the airport, you have grown men fighting for your luggage. They have no work. When all this land is there that they can
farm,
we have work. They have no work.
But we can work. We
They're
just have to teach our people. You know, when they say God bless those who has their own, it means that you don't have to wait for someone else to come and do for you.
That's right.
But you can do for yourself.
That's right.
We can grow
what
our
are these
own
hands
food.
for?
It means we have to grow our own food.
What are these hands for?
We can
work. We can do it. We've got the land.
We can educate our own people.
And we don't have to pay for land.
No. What our people has to understand is that the first university of the world was not in Europe. It was in Timbuktu, Mali.
That's right.
In Timbuktu, Mali. So if we're thinking that we have to wait for another man to come with his technology and do for us, the same way it was in the past that our people had their own universities, then we can again rise our own people as it was in the past. You know, in the past, Europe had to come to Africa. They had to come to Egypt, Africa, to learn everything that they knew. Europe was not developed. Africa was first. So if Africa was first, why are we last now?
And then we focus, you know, and I respect Egypt. I respect the fact that Egypt was in Africa. But one of the things that, one of African history that we tend not to even look at is beyond Egypt. Beyond Egypt, the West African civilization. You have East Africa, you have North Africa. You have all of Africa was developed by, according to the standards of the time. They were developed. These people,
definitely.
You know what? His Holiness Ezekiel Konyoha.
Yes.
He made it clear, when I was growing up, he made it clear to me that I should never ever look at civilization from the standpoint of economic opulence. I have to look at it from the standpoint of when two people can relate to each other, all right, as human beings, that's civilized behavior.
Yes.
Okay? Economic opulence, technological know-how, those are all bumps upon civilization.
Yeah.
But right now, what we're doing is the first thing first is money.
Yes.
Is economic opulence. Collective. But we're not looking at the collective, economics. And you know what we're finding out, though? What we're finding out now, and the reason why a lot of the world is going, is struggling today, is we abandoned our brothers. We abandoned our sisters. We're looking for me. My wealth. We forgot at some point that when people around you are riddled in poverty, it creeps up. It's not communism. We're not
communalism.
Communalism. In other words, all of us working hard. Collective economics. Help each other.
Yes.
We must, even right now, we must do that. The whole world is. Think about this, though.
Yes.
What is affecting the United States is affecting China. It's affecting Japan. It's affecting Europe. It's affecting Africa. You know why?
Yes.
Because nobody is an island.
That is true.
There's nobody is an island. When we don't start that process of thinking as a collective entity, if I'm making it and I can help my brother, I have to help my brother.
Yes.
I have to help my sister.
Yes.
To the best of our ability.
Well,
go ahead.
You know what is going on too? Our people are so much dependent upon the Western hemisphere for everything.
Yeah.
And we have to understand that it was always in the past communalism. Now it's communalism versus capitalism. Mm-hmm. Whereas this is my own something. That is your own something. This belongs to you. This belongs to me. Whereas in the past, if I eat, you ate. Mm-hmm. My neighbor ate. Mm-hmm. We grew food. We helped ourselves, It was quite interesting. One day I talked to one man. He said it was because of your auntie. The whole community was saved. And I said, how is that so? He said, you know something, way before you were born, your auntie had a boat and they would go out fishing. And she would come back and share the fish in the community. And this is how we lived. This is how we survived. We shared our own food, Whereas we have, I remember your father saying one day that